Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making fried green tomatoes, one of my absolute favorite appetizers or snacks or whatever you want to call it. We actually have green tomatoes here that are ready. You see those big old green tomatoes there? I'm going to go ahead and get those. I'm going to see there's still some more up here and back in there somewhere. So I'm going to check on those and see if I don't use those. We also have some in the back. We can walk back there in a moment and see those. As a matter of fact, we can just go looking around. We have a bell pepper down there that we could maybe pick. We got little cherry tomatoes, but those aren't the ones that I'm going to use for my green tomatoes. For your green tomatoes, you're going to want really big green tomatoes, okay, not the small ones, but like a good sized tomato. For example, here's one. Here's my hand. That's the size. That's a perfect size for a fried green tomato, and then anything bigger than that's great as well. So I'm going to come around and pick those tomatoes. This morning we picked yellow squash, and we picked zucchini. And what else did we get? I'm not real sure, but as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to go through here and pick some more of the yellow squash, and I'll kind of show you. And I'm gonna be doing some weed eating, or weeding, I guess you would call it, because we have a ton of grass growing everywhere. But you can see there is let's see, there is a yellow squash right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and when you take the yellow squash off, you just twist it and get that off like that. The yellow squash. And there's quite a bit of yellow squash and stuff around. So I'm gonna have to go through here and look and see what's all here. We did get like a really big zucchini. Here's a little one. I'm gonna leave that one on there just a little longer. Do y'all grow a garden? If you do, comment down below. Let me know how your garden is going for 2024. Here is a really big I want to call it kind of fat looking, thick looking kind of, and you may want to carry around a knife to cut them. I also do that. But look at this one. Reminds me of VeggieTales. Did y'all ever watch that with your kids or whatever? Reminds me of one of the characters on there, doesn't it? Okay, so you know, I'm gonna be going around getting the different. Look at how beautiful the flowers. My husband says these are his favorite flowers. He loves yellow squash. So I'm gonna have to be going around here and seeing what all we got. We actually have green beans. We picked a bunch of green beans. So I'm gonna go around picking, and I will show you what my harvest is in my basket. There's Mimi. Anyhow, this is what I got. I didn't spend a ton of time out there. These are the tomatoes I got. I think that'll be enough for today. If I do need more, there are more out there. They're just a little tiny bit smaller, so I think that'll be enough. Got 4. I found some bell peppers that were pretty good sized, a few zucchinis, and 2 of the yellow squash. And so that's what I got so far. There's plenty more in there, but that's what I got right now, and that's what I'm going to work with for my dinner. I'm getting ready to fry up my green tomatoes. I just want to show you, here's my green tomatoes. That's 4 green tomatoes that I had here. I've chopped those up, and I have a zucchini I'm going to also fry up. And if y'all have not watched my Hooters wing video, go check that out. This breading here is amazing. It is very good. It doesn't have like a very strong flavor or anything like that. What I love about it is that it stays on. So it'll stay on. It's not one of these breadings that you bite into and all of the breading comes off. It actually sticks to your wings, and also sticks to your veggies. So I'm going to be using the rest of my wing breading. And if I happen to need more breading, I'll show you how I make mine from scratch. But I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And so all you do is shake it up in this wing breading and then you fry it. So I'll show you that here as I do it. All right, I got my green tomatoes in the bags or in this bag, and I put some breading already in here. And when I talk about breading, I'm talking about this mixture. And I'm gonna shake it up. You want to make sure that all of your slices are coated. All right. Looks like they are. And you're just going to let them kind of sit for 30 minutes. That creates the batter, the moisture it needs, because you know, usually when you make it from scratch, and these are the zucchinis I'm putting in this other bag, usually when you fry up like your green tomato from scratch, I usually dip it in egg or water and then double dip it in flour. So it has some level of moisture to it. Whereas, you know, this is just the breading mixture. But as you let it sit, because, you know, the vegetables do have moisture, they release their moisture and create a batter for themselves. So, and like I say, I don't know if there's any trick to it, but for whatever reason, this one, the Hooters, is really good. It stays on very well. All right, so you can see that this one is fairly well coated. I'm gonna let it sit here. I'm gonna kind of spread it out on my cookie sheet. And I do have a little bit left, like just a little bit more breading. So I'm going to add it to my green tomatoes because I kind of skimped on that at first just to see if I had enough for my zucchini.